What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Halftime Snacks podcast. This show features short interviews that you can listen during the halftime of your favorite sports events. Every Tuesday, I host fun conversations with talented people in the sports industry where we'll learn from their stories, knowledge, and experiences. So go grab your favorite snack and come snack with us. Are you ready? Let's go! Joining today's halftime snack for the first time is an award-winning marketing executive who's an expert in social and digital media. He's currently the founder and CEO of Media X Partners, and he's building Recody. Recody is a platform that allows fans to relive their favorite sports moments. Furthermore, Recody serves sports brands through the digital portal that delivers fan engagement and provides new and different revenue sources. This episode will be packed with lessons in strategy, public relations, communications, and more. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Andrew Naugher.
I'm coming through the smoke right now, so I'm seeing lasers and confetti and everything. I wish everybody could see this, but it's an amazing intro. Thanks, Ronan.
Yeah, I also visualize Michael Jordan's entry, when everyone was getting together to receive him. So that's how we're getting together to receive you, Andrew. Man, first of all, welcome to the Halftime Snacks. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I want to kick our conversation off with an icebreaker, and let's make it a fun one. Let's say that I will tell you right now that you can only follow one person on Twitter the rest of your life. So who would it be?
Well, that's a fantastic question, because I go back and forth between following people that are in the entrepreneurial world and things like that, and then the sports world. But one guy I really enjoy following. He covers college football, is RJ Young, and he does a lot of great tweets. Of course, he writes some incredibly good stories and things like that. So because I have a great passion for college football, so he's somebody that I follow. I'm not a big celebrity person, someone who follows celebrities very much, but it's probably that's again why I'm in the business I'm in, because I love sports so much. So yeah.
I think it's a great compliment to someone if you tell them that you would be the only one that I would follow in Twitter. I think it's
yeah.
I hope somebody says that about me. I know.
I would definitely follow you too. You gave me one, and if RJ got off, it would be you. So there we go.
All right, man. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Now, Andrew, I'm so happy and so excited to have you here on the show. We're going to be talking about Recody, man, the story and the things that you came up with to, offer solutions to sports brands, organizations. But let's just kick it off with some, interesting side element of fans, right? Because Recody is all about the fan. It's all about figuring out, fan engagement and understanding what they do, what they value, what makes them tick. So I'm very curious to ask you, what do you think about like the behavioral changes in terms of like fans, but for comparing now and before the pandemic? Is there anything different that you think fans are evaluating or appreciating more now than they did before, or something? It doesn't necessarily have to be the fan that is in the stadium, but it can also be the fan at home. So just give me your thoughts about what you see. What have you found out that is different in fans between now and the pandemic?
That's a great question. Several of the key trends that we have noticed in talking to fans and also talking to the teams is I think the fans are valuing live sports way more than they did before, and I think pre-pandemic it just became something that we were all used to and we kind of took for granted, even though we enjoyed it, but we also came to know that there's cardboard cutouts and piped in fan noise is no replacement for a live event. Even if you're there, even if you're watching at home, you get amped up as much from the crowd energy and the crowd noise as you were if you were there. That's just all part of the experience. So I think fans have really come to appreciate the live experience more. I'm sure players do because they feed off of that emotion as well. But I think fans also realize that it has been taken away from them, so they definitely want to keep it there. So they're, I think, even wanting more, feeling they want to feel closer to the team now. They want to have more access to the team, and I think that's part pandemic. I think social media has in some ways mentally broke down these barriers that people feel like they have access now because they can tweet to somebody or post this, somebody and in a hashtag or at somebody and they might get a response or that type of thing. So that's a dynamic that we're all kind of getting accustomed to. So I think fans feel like that they are more a part of the team. I think what we saw, what happened with the Super League over in Europe, when the fans kind of revolted, and you saw the signs that said "We're fans, not customers." I think that's also a flip in the mentality too, that fans want to be treated more like they are part of the organization, that they're not just dollar signs.
Let's talk about Riccoti. Let's talk about what it is, what the story is, and how you came up with it. What is the real pain that is addressing, and how exactly was it that you realized that this pain existed?
The inspiration for Riccoti came from my father, who was a minister for 5 decades, and uh, about 15 years into his retirement, he developed dementia, and it came on really quick. And I had to kind of announce that he was suffering through this because people were still wanting him to be involved with their weddings and funerals and just other events because he had been involved with the generations before. They just couldn't think of him not being there. So once I made that announcement, I started getting notes and messages from people and pictures and videos of people sharing their favorite memories and how my father impacted them during their lives. And I thought, wouldn't it been cool if there was some kind of online digital scrapbook that they could have organized all these pictures and videos and told their stories, but also ask others to collaborate to come, because that was the power of it, is that all these people were part of a larger community that he had affected. And there was really nothing out there that allowed you to have that experience. So we built a prototype and took it out on the road and tested it with numerous influencers in food and travel and parenting and things like that, to see how they would use it if they liked it. Obviously to get feedback, and we had tremendous feedback on that front. But during that time, I had the opportunity to go in front of some sports teams to see if there was a possibility for them to use it. And immediately we had very, very positive feedback and understanding that this was a very unique way of leveraging the power of the memories that the team has created. And I think that was one thing that we really strove for, was really getting the teams to understand that the emotional bonds that you have with your fans are by things that you have created through either games, attending games, interacting, in the community, different things like that. Just that emotional bond is really, really strong, but fans really don't have a way to kind of reciprocate, kind of give that emotion back to the team in a really healthy way. Right now, it's, if you build up to an event, you're at this emotional apex, but game day's over, everything kind of dissipates, and then you have to kind of build it back up again. And then obviously in the off season, you have to do something to kind of keep that interest up. But we really found that the power of memories and letting people share those experiences back with the teams is an incredibly effective way of building fan relationships and keeping them at a high level throughout the year. And then we also give the opportunity for the team to better understand each individual fan. So they're now building what we like to call emotional data files around individual fans in a way that they can't right now, because the fans are basically sharing their memories. They're giving it to the team. They're saying, here, this is what's important to me. Here's everything you want to know about me that really causes me to love the team. Here's who I love. Here's where I watch it. Here's who I watch it with. Here's what I drink when I watch it. Here's what I eat when I watch, all that kind of thing. And so it can become a really powerful way. And we like to take it more beyond fan engagement to really fan relationship, because that's what it's about. It's really building more personalized relationships with your fans, not just the one buying tickets, but the ones that watch at the local sports bar every time, or the ones that are at home or talking about it, throughout the year. Because being a fan right now is a 24/7, 365 experience.
Yeah, and it's very interesting how you compare it to a relationship, because it's funny because most of your friends or most of the people that you hang out with, and when you're with them, you're probably going to be, talking about memories that you have together, and you're recalling the emotion that something happened, oh, last Saturday, oh, we were at this bar, enjoying. So relationships are really about memories and how those memories determine our identity as friends, I guess. And so I guess that it applies the same way, between teams and fans. It's like taking that element of, oh, so yeah, we had this memory. You remember you were there, you were with this friend, and you were, you had these emotions. So kind of like feels like it's really trying to build up a friendship more than, another element of what the fan experience is really about, but it really encapsulates all of it. So very interesting point of view, Andrew. And I wonder what's in terms of like the technology behind it. What powers the sort of like the workflow between, creating the memory, or I guess that it's about pictures and videos. So who creates the pictures and videos? Is it the fans, or is it, the teams themselves? So how are you guys leveraging technology or enabling, different solutions through technology? What types, and what is exactly like the workflow, like how it works?
Yeah, what we have created is kind of a SaaS model. So everything is available for the team, and they can brand it themselves. And that's very useful on different levels. But beginning, middle, and end really is the communication starts with texting. So when you create a book within Rakoti, it will generate a magic link that will be unique to that particular book, but it'll also create a code that then can be promoted in the arena, on broadcast, but really through the phone, because we really want to leverage the phone for several reasons. The most important thing is that you're dealing with a human. That way, you're not dealing with a social media burner account or that type of thing. So the idea is that there's quick communication, so it can go out at any time. They can easily, take the content that's off their phones, but when they upload the pictures and the videos together, they're also encouraged to tell the story to that. So it's not, because what we don't want is, most kind of digital scrapbooks, hardcover photo books, those type of things. If it's just a picture, you're still looking and wanting to know, well, who is that? What's going on? You're still wanting to know the story behind it. So the app, it gives you the ability to tell the story with each picture, and also with each video as well. And that's really important. So that gets sent back into a content management portal that the team has and they own. And then they can then easily access the content that they've created. So it's also valuable for them to repurpose social posts, animated GIFs, memes, all the things that they've posted on, online, as well as the beautiful videos and pictures that they have from their staff. So it's really melding the fan content with the team content to create something that's really, and it's multimedia, so it's very immersive, it's very engaging, and it's something that you would want to relive over and over again, which is the back to the example that you gave of when you sit and you talk with people, you're reliving those moments, and that happens all the time. So this book is facilitating that same experience, but also at that time the teams are able to collect the data from the stories and then use that to build better profiles around their fans to help them be more effective in their marketing messages. So they may figure out who their favorite player is and have this universe of people in their database that love this certain player. So a marketing message could go out with a video from that player or that player's picture on there or something like that. So now you've understood that I'm getting a message, I'm delivering it from a person that's going to cause the recipient to probably get more emotionally engaged with your call to action than they would have before. And then it also opens up quite a few new revenue opportunities, year-round revenue opportunities, because they are digital books. So there's sponsorships within the book. There could be ads within the book. We also incorporate an e-commerce component. So you can make a call to action for ticket sales or merchandise sales or things like that. But we also, another great aspect of Recody is we give them a branded digital library where all these books can be housed that ties into their current their websites or their apps. So now they have a digital experience that they're in total control of, no algorithms to mess them up, but they get all the data too, and in a way that they really can't right now. So that gives them a place where they can drive people in to really have a great ongoing experience around team branded content.
What have you thought about regarding the privacy of the people appearing in videos or people, uploading videos from home? What is up with that?
Well, there's two steps involved. So one, by agreeing, by saying yes to them that they want to be involved. So they've already agreed to be involved. And then when they upload their content, and we're only limiting it to about 6 digital files. So it's a combination. If they want to do all pictures or all videos or a combination of both, they can do that. But before they click it, they click on a box that says, I agree to, allow whatever team to use this for marketing and promotional purposes as well. But the teams are also, they have great discretion on things that they use, but understanding that, again, they've made an invite. If you wanted to be involved, you're doing it. So the fan is doing it on their own volition. They're not being forced. Nobody's scraping anything. Nobody's doing it. It's just, here it is. I wanted to be involved. Have fun using this content that I've given you permission to use.
And I wonder essentially if anyone can access anyone else's videos, or if me as a fan can see what other fans how other fans reacted, or is this something that we can do, like as a fan in the platform?
Well, if I understand the question correctly, right now the first version of Recody is really the fans contributing to the team, and then the team selecting what they want to use in combination with their content. Now, they don't have to use everything that comes in, say, for a particular event, because because of the multimedia aspect. Say there was a winning shot, and there was maybe 60 different versions of the winning shot I'm just saying, from inside of the arena. Then you have the fan reactions at home. But I'm just saying the winning shot inside the arena, there may have been 60 videos uploaded for that. Well, the team may say, in tonight's book, we're only going to use 10 or 20, and we have these 40 left over. But those, all of the assets can be hashtagged and then stored. So then they could go back and say, what, we're in the off season, we're going to create a book called Our Favorite Moments of 2021. and then they can bring those other unused videos back in. So now you're getting a fresh book with fresh perspectives, and it's another way to reach out and connect with fans. And then obviously another way to generate revenue, because you can have the book sponsored, that type of thing. So that
the books are available to every fan.
right.
Gotcha.
There's two ways they can be available to every fan, but the teams can also create personalized books and do it for a group that may be there, a group that's like sitting in a luxury suite, or say it might be the little league team that came to see the Rangers tonight. They can do it for that group. That's one of the powers of it, is that they can create very personalized memory books for groups, for specific groups, as well as the larger fan base. So it really gives the team the power and the leverage to do things that would really have a long-term emotional impact on the targeted audience.
Nice. I want to know if there's any lessons that you've learned about fans through MediaX and Recody in general.
Probably the biggest one is that I think fans really want to be a part of the team. I think they felt that way for a long time, but I think now even more, that fans see sports not only as a viewing experience or a pastime, but I think they see it as part of their family, because sports probably has done something to create bonds with family and friends, just like you were saying. It has a great way of bringing everybody together, whether you agree on politics or religion or food or travel or fashion or whatever, but sports brings all people together. And I think fans really see and they crave that. And I believe that it is now even more a part of our experience than what we had before.
Would you say that fans didn't know that they had this pain of saving memories to relieve the special moments? Or is it that, me as a fan, I usually, let's say when I go to the stadium, I do one or a couple of videos or a couple of pictures, and then I save them on my own camera roll, and those are the things that I will eventually remember. So I want to know if this is like a pain that fans have, but they don't know they have, because it's like something that improves their experience in a way, but they don't know that it can improve. Because as I mentioned, you might just go and do some pictures yourself and save them for yourself. So how exactly is this pain plugged in the fan, and is this like, is this going to be the future of fan engagement, or is this going to be like what's going to be changing the way we interact with each other in stadiums or at home, or is it going to change the I don't know, the attitude of fans in the stands, knowing that this is gonna be maybe part of a memory, so they might cheer up louder or something. I'm just trying to, go a little bit deeper on the idea of what this means for a fan, really on a cognitive level.
That's a great question, because I think the fans want a place to store these memories, to be able to relive it. I think they definitely want to be able to share it with the teams, and to have the acknowledgement of the team that, hey, thank you for sharing these memories. And by the way, those were so important to you, but they're important to us. And now it's part of this collection that we are creating, that not only you can relive, but other fans can relive, but they can also be relived 5 or 10 years from now. If you want, now it's become part of Dallas Cowboy history or Dallas Mavericks history, whatever. And I think we all as humans crave that kind of connection and attention as well. We just don't know, because there's really no other way right now to be this personal other than you might hashtag something on social media. But again, that gets lost with everything else, and it's really not in an organized fashion that you can really go back and understand and get a deeper appreciation of everything that that happened. And I think what's been exciting for us is when we've talked to teams, we've usually started with someone on the digital marketing side, but by the end of the discussion, they've involved someone from ticketing and from sponsorship, because they get that this covers all of that. And that's what we want them to know, that this was really built by marketing people with the eyes of helping them be better, more effective marketers, and also to help generate sales. Because at the end of the day, the teams still need to make money. They need to be doing things. That's and we want to be an effective tool in that. We are part of their ecosystem of, this is content that's going to be shared on their other social platforms, just like you would an article or anything else like that. So they're continuing to enhance their social presence, but we're also giving them the ability to now have a branded digital experience that they can control. They get the data. They can keep the experience at a very positive level. It's not fighting with anything else. It's not fighting with cat videos and political arguments and vaccine conspiracy theories and things like that. It is all team branded content that again all draws back to a very emotional tie that these fans have, not only with the team but also with other fans as well.
Wow, that's so fascinating, Andrew. I think that it should be very cool to really be decoding the mind of a fan and trying to deliver, solutions for them through, opportunities also to create revenues for the teams, and really, bring that relationship between, as we mentioned, me and friends, it's me and my team now closer. It sounds super fascinating, Andrew. I'm delighted with everything that you've been mentioning, and man, time has gone so fast that man, gotta wrap it up because this is just a halftime snack. But I can't really leave without asking you a more personal question, Andrew. And my question for you is, what is your biggest dream?
Wow. Let's see. Outside of owning an island in Greece, off of Greece somewhere, to be honest, one of my biggest dreams would be to meet David Ortiz, because I'm a big Red Sox fan. I just love his game. He's very special, but really because my wife adores him greatly, so trying to make her happy. But no, he's someone that I've always admired, and of course he's generated a lifetime of memories for me, and I love his personality. I love what he's done for the city of Boston, and what he's doing, in his retirement as well. But that would actually be a big dream of mine, would be able to sit down and have a dinner, and I might light a cigar. I don't think I could smoke it like he could smoke it, but I might even try if he asked me to. So.
Well, David Ortiz, man, if you're listening to this, man, you gotta go grab some dinner or some snacks, maybe some halftime snacks, with some
snacks. Just a snack. If it's snack time with Ronan, it's snack time with Big Poppy. That's all.
Let's go.
My life would be complete.
All right, Andrew, man, I want to wrap this thing up, man. Thank you so much for coming to the halftime snacks. That's been an absolute pleasure to hear you and listen and learn from you. Recody and everything that you guys are doing at MediaX is so interesting. I told you that I'm so jealous that you guys get to decode fans, that I hope that I get to do it with you guys one day. But for now, thank you so much for coming to the Halftime Snacks. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If you enjoy learning about the business and technology behind sports, make sure you subscribe to the Sports Tech Biz newsletter. I'll leave the link in the show notes. See you all next week. Bye-bye.